My 22 female, fiancé, 25 male, wants his father to check my hymen tomorrow night before I get married.
What's a hymen?
So a hymen is a piece within the vagina around, it's typically it's the opening, it's at the opening of the vagina, and it's in many people's outdated concepts, they believe that you still have a hymen if you're a virgin and if you're pure. However, knowing what we know now, some women are not even born with hymens. Some people have partial hymens, and we use tampons and other things. So your hymen can be broken from that as well.
Okay, so this has popped a cherry.
Yes.
Yes.
Scientifically. Got it.
There you go. My fiance proposed to me about 8 months ago. We decided on having a relatively small wedding, which is in 2 days. Everything was going great. He seems absolutely perfect, and we are very much in love. I'm a virgin, and so is he. He wanted to save it for marriage, and I wasn't fussed, so I agreed to saving it. He has told me earlier that in his family, the father checks the virginity of the bride the night before the wedding. I laughed this off as it seriously sounded like a massive joke. Nope. Turns out he was dead serious. He wants me, the night before, to open my legs up in a small ceremony type thing so his dad can check me while him, his brothers, and uncle can watch so that they know I am still pure.
What?
This sounds like
There's
some
no
Midsummer
females,
shit.
no females involved either. It's just all the males.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's funny. I was just talking to Jeff about the fact that I was like, I went to a gyno once and it was a male. And I was like, I'm still scarred.
I don't like male gynos.
Well, the thing is, I was like, okay, this guy's been practicing for, I don't know, quite a few decades. Yet I felt super nervous. And I feel like he built off of my nerves. And so then he started acting really nervous and really weird, which made me feel like I was like, are you into me? Like, not actually, but I'm like, why are you acting nervous? Like, you have decades of experience to not be nervous because I'm nervous. And I felt like he was so like it felt weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jeff, I'm still weirded out by that. I'm never going back to a gyno again.
I think my personal opinion, if you don't have a vagina, you shouldn't be able to talk to me about mine.
No uterus, no opinion.
Yeah, not to that extreme, but I had this male doctor once. I was trying to be this doesn't feel like cramps. This feels way more intense. I was convinced I had an ectopic pregnancy or a major cyst, which it turns out I did have a cyst. But he was like, no, sorry, you're probably just having really bad cramps this month. And I'm like, no, I know what cramps are. Something is wrong with me. Yeah. And he discredited me completely. And then I had another one where something you guys haven't learned about me yet. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. You both know. And so
I would not say so.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I the other day, what do you mean? I babble my words sometimes and then I think I have a brain tumor. I talk about that all the time.
Yeah, but not to the point where you're. Yeah, exactly.
I'm serious on the inside, you guys. I'm a hypochondriac.
Sorry.
I feel like I become more the person who's like, you should probably go get something checked out.
I thought you were going to say something different.
I
thought you think I'm the hypochondriac?
No, yeah, because I'm the one who goes to Morgan and I'm like, I have lice. And she's like, Lauren, that's dandruff. I'm like, it's lice.
Yes.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, it did happen. It's a true story.
Yeah, but no, this other male doctor too, and it was just urgent care. He wasn't an actual gyno, but I had an ingrown hair in around my vagina, and I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I was young. Yeah. I was 16. I was in high school. And at that time I was I'm not going to go to my mom.
Yeah.
It's I didn't want my mom to know I was having sex. And what if I did have something? And so I go in there and he looks at me and he goes, yeah, wow. You really made the mistake having sex, didn't you? Looks like warts.
No, he didn't.
Yep. And I immediately started crying. He was this old 60-something-year-old guy with glasses, the most disgusting person that's ever touched me. And I literally made an appointment for this amazing female gyno the next day, and she goes, no, sweetie, that's just an ingrown hair.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
All is well.
Damn.
But I'm what an asshole to be you you made the mistake. You shouldn't have had sex.
Yeah, that's
fucker.
That's a
So,
little wild.
I think
Yeah.
like I can't remember who it was, but like one of our other friends like said one time they went to like they had a UTI and the nurse even was super weird about it and super judgmental. And I'm like, this is your profession. How?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
weird.
get it.
you have no right to judge people.
Like don't you get like go through training to like not judge people? It's just so weird to me.
Yeah, and don't
Like-
you see it enough to where
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah. But just like the exposure to it,
Yeah.
you should be so desensitized
Yeah.
to anything to not like make opinions about every single person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like everyone I interact with. I'm like everyone's dealing with their own battle. Like I'm just here to help
Yeah.
in any way I can. But some people don't have that empathy and that regard for other humans.
I mean, they probably also too. They're just like that's their way of coping with like the.
It is a
everything they
tough
see.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to this poor girl that doesn't want to get her hymen checked and should not. I told him fat chance I'm going to do that, and he was begging me to go through with it and how important it is for him. He said he knew it was slightly embarrassing for me, but his mom did it and it will prove how much I love him and that I have nothing to hide anyways, as I am still a virgin. I left and he was crying. It was very dramatic, to be honest. I want to call off the whole wedding because of this and never talk to him again. But at the same time, it's only one thing. And other than that, we are genuinely perfect for each other. And I don't want to spend my life with anyone else. And it is very important to him and his family. What the fuck do I do? I'm currently at my friend's house and I might stay here for the night. Tomorrow will be our last day as an unmarried couple. And I'm straight up panicking. This is like the night before the wedding, basically.
This is like what we were saying before, where it's the one little, like this
Yeah.
isn't the little thing, but the one thing and then everything is perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's degrading. And I think it's just completely goes in the face of saying, oh, I trust you.
Yeah.
That's a complete just
That's a
no
good
trust.
point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It speaks volumes.
It's like, hey, show your vagina in the most
Prove
like,
it.
That like, especially because she is a virgin. Like, hey, show your most sacred parts
Yeah.
to multiple different men to prove your
It's
love for me.
Very violating.
I'd be like, here, like, let me fold back your penis skin for the rest of my female family.
Right.
Oh, that might be a good suggestion to
Honestly.
be tit for tat. I think the problematic thing though is not. It's like all of this. This is all so problematic. But the fact that he goes, it will prove
Yeah.
how much you love me. Like that emotional manipulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. If
This
he's
is
doing
like-
that now, it's only going to get worse.
It's like the most extreme version of being like, hand me your phone, let me look through it.
yeah, except this is her vagina.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the most
Yeah.
extreme
Oh,
version.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
basically going in with the same violation of trust and saying,
Yeah.
I don't trust you, prove it.
If not, yeah, more so. I also like, it isn't just a like, hey, spread your legs, let me look. Like this is not like an easy like, oh, let me just peek. Okay, yep, you're good. Like this is
Can you
an
imagine?
invasive procedure.
Can you imagine?
Especially with the entire rest of the family,
Yeah. All the men.
No,
all the men.
I have a hard time like giving, and this is like just me being weird, but like I'm really bad at hugs. Like giving your dad a hug, I feel so like awkward sometimes because I'm so short and he's tall, and I'm like, I'm hugging you, and I'm just like, I don't want my boobs to touch anyone when I hug them, so I'm just like, like awkwardly hugging, and I'm like, oh my god, like then like me going through this, I'm like, what the fuck? No, like I can barely hug people.
No, it's like those weird family rituals you see in horror films.
Yeah, this is some.
That's
get
exactly
out
when you
shit.
said Midsummer or whatever it's called. I haven't
Yeah.
even seen that show, but like
a
I've
little
seen
scary.
enough. I saw the preview and it's all I need to know.
Don't watch it.
And that's you're dead on. Like it's fucking creepy and it's not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to like manipulate someone, emotionally manipulate someone to make them feel like that's you're like proving your love is just so far beyond me that like you said, Justin, you can be perfect in every other way, but like that one thing when it's that big,
Yeah, and she kind of says, well, it is just one thing and then we're perfectly fine. That one thing is going to be a thing forever. That's
Yeah.
not just one thing, and who knows what other weird traditions they have. But
Yeah.
I'd honestly just kind of be so shocked it wasn't a joke
yeah.
and just be like, nah, I'm out. Like she's saying, call off the wedding. I agree.
Same.
Yeah. Top comment. Anytime a person tells you blank will prove how much you love me, they are manipulating you.
True.
You shouldn't have to prove you love someone if you're planning to marry them.
Yep.
Don't let him play mind games like that.
True.
And then someone quotes like a bunch of what she said. He said he knew it was slightly embarrassing for me, but his mom did it and it will prove how much I love him. He told, in all sincerity, that showing your genitals to his fathers, uncles, and brother is the same as you showing your love for him. Who gives a fuck what his mom did to get married X years ago? He can go marry his mom if he wants someone who's comfortable with this strange tradition.
Yeah.
Or he can offer to show you his taint to all.
What's
To-
taint?
Like your asshole / like gooch area.
Oh,
Different people use different
yeah.
things. To all your mom, aunt, sister, etc. It's only
Gooch
slightly,
isn't even as bad though.
no. Asshole might be a little
Like the
uncomfortable.
inside of a vagina is so fucking vulnerable.
Yeah.
No.
In all honesty, this sounds borderline cultish.
Yes.
Yeah. There is an update. Let me just click to it.
Please have called off the wedding. Please don't say she went through with it. I'm getting my drink ready.
I don't have any more.
Go get some more.
Okay.
You
Right
can
now?
wait. Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes later.
Are you guys ready for the hymen update? Are we ready for the hymen update?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been more ready.
Yeah.
That was fun. I liked that.
Okay, so update. First of all, thank you so much for the replies. I didn't think this would get so big. I've pretty much read them all. Special shout out goes to the person who says this was a fake solely on the fact that I write like a man. I went and talked to him this morning. I told him that his father is not going to look at me and he needs to respect that. He was adamant that it needs to happen and accused me about lying about my virginity. I was trying to be calm and rational, but he was not having it and just became more and more angry. I told him if he really loved me, he would stand by me on this and tell his father no, to which he slapped me and said he didn't need to prove anything.
Yep. It's revealing more shit.
Wow.
It's revealing all. Mm-hmm. Like what kind of relationship do you think you're going to have?
How old is this man?
25. Yeah.
Well, his brain still isn't fully developed even at 25.
Prefrontal cortex, everyone says 25, but like there's a lot of research that says later. Like everyone is so different. 25 is not the cutoff age. It can be later.
Damn. He's got some
so
serious
she left
shit.
him.
So I ended it and left him.
Good.
I'm currently back at my friend's house being miserable and eating pizza, which is pretty fun. So yep, thanks everyone.
Dude, fucking
There's so many better things for her.
good for her. She's gonna look back at this and be thanking the fucking Reddit gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she knew though too. A part of me
I
feels
think she would have figured it out on her own.
Like
for
she
sure.
wrote, you go to Reddit kind of when you think like
when you know.
you kind of know. I feel
You
like
kind of know what you need to do, but you just want to hear it from other
Yes.
people.
I agree.
Yeah, but the emotional manipulation was red flag number one. And then him being so adamant and like, oh, my mom did it, blah, blah, blah.
and
Like,
getting physical.
And then
Physical.
roles reverse when she's like, well, if you want to prove your love to me, you'll stand by me on this. And
Yeah.
he slaps her.
he got physical really fast.
Cherry on the cake.
Yep. And that's what I thought. I thought this whole thing it's deeper. It's showing the true character of probably what the rest of the relationship will be.
Oh, absolutely.
Just the fact of having the check.
I don't really care. I mean, I respect cultural and I respect family traditions, but I do not care for them when you think it's okay to project them onto other people and then be horrible to other people if they don't agree.
Yeah.
Because if you respect your family traditions so much, you should understand that other people also have different family traditions. And so it's just like, can't you sympathize?
Yeah, I think there's
Sorry, go on.
No, I think there's a difference between having family traditions and just simply being fucked up.
To put it bluntly.
Like,
yeah.
That's not normal. I
No.
feel like in history class, we learned of some weird traditions that certain cultures had that totally are very wrong and weird and just not right. So they're not a thing today. But this is just like,
That's goofy.
I don't have any respect for this type of shit. This is some weird ass.
Do you guys want to know one thing that I saw recently that I've never heard from anyone else? And I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's hear it.
But so basically, it's a tradition in certain parts in Europe and certain parts in, I think, Africa. And I could be wrong, so don't come at me if I'm wrong. But I know that Europe was one of them, and I think the other one was Africa.
Okay.
But basically, once girls are born and young and old enough to like understand what's going on, they will force them to stretch out their inner labia because they say that it gives men something to play with. Otherwise, they will get bored.
There's a lot of female mutilation that happens around the world. There's a lot of women that in parts of the world actually get their clits cut off. There's a lot of female mutilation, and there's a big movement to end it, and rightfully so.
Yeah, fuck tradition at that point. It's just like it's
Because-
it's be a human, be like
Yeah.
humane.
But anyway, to like wrap that up though, I think the thing is about like tradition, culture, all those things are so great and I respect them and I understand that there's so many different, like the placenta. Like I think that that's cool. Like, if that's what you believe in and that's what makes you happy, like find a way to make that work in your life. When you are projecting it onto other people and compromising their safety, their
Health, happiness, mental health.
yes, it is not okay. You cannot use tradition as an excuse. It's not okay.
And as an expense to others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay. Solid points were made. I'm glad she did not stay.
Yes.
Same.
I can sleep tonight.